this, which is coming from this thing right here. This is a clicker. So earlier, the tamarins use a buzzer to call them back, but the lemurs are trained using this sound to call them when they are a little bit further away or they are not really paying attention. Another common tool is a whistle. And also you can see my colleague this one is holding on to a target. Okay, targets can come in all shapes and sizes. So the target there is one is actually holding on to is also a chopstick. But it serves the same function, which is to guide the lemurs from one point to another. They go somewhere, they get their feet and move forward. Okay, once again guys, if you're coming in, please quickly find yourself a seat as I have just mentioned. Lemurs are moving around the amphitheater and I need everybody to remain seated or we are going to put a hold on the show for now. Okay? Sir, man, I need you to take a seat. Sir, what's your life? Alright, so that's okay. My colleague Nabila is only holding on to a target. Hers is totally different, right? It's big and red, but as long as the lemurs are trained to touch their nose to it, it serves the exact same function. And we always use the animal's favorite food. So in this instance, the lemur's favorite is fruit. So a little bit of apples, bananas, and sometimes a bit of sweet potato also works. Now another interesting thing about lemurs, they like to do something called stick fighting. So if males have an argument, what they will do on their wrists and on their shoulders, and then they will take their tail and wave it at their opponent. So that basically, the smelliest lemur wins the argument. Now this isn't something we train them to do, but we did teach them to do this behavior on cue, which is a hand signal. Look at that. Okay, so they do the behavior and they're rewarded with food. So they're most likely to do it when we ask them to do it another time. Now all these things you guys learned about training today are things you can practice at home as well. I was talking about this handsome guy is Udon. Udon is a red snake native to parts of America. As you can see, he is a very beautiful white color. He's actually a leucistic rat snake. And a lot of people very often confuse leucistic and albino animals. So there's a few very simple differences. Albino animals lack all color pigmentation, whereas a leucistic animal only lacks some. And the very easiest physical difference is by looking at their eyes. You can see an albino animal will have red eyes, whereas a leucistic animal will have black eyes, like down here, or blue eyes, like the white tigers, as some of you might have seen here today. Now, when it comes to snakes, there are three very common misconceptions. People tend to think that snakes are wet and slimy because of the light glistening off their scales. But we can still make a difference. We can stop destroying their habitats and their homes. We can stop polluting our waters and our air. We can stop contributing to climate change and end the illegal wildlife trade. Yes, man may be the planet's biggest threat, but we are also its only hope. It's time for us to take a stand. Let's show how to respect and protect nature and wildlife. It's time to bring the rainforest back to life. You know what I mean? If anything lands on you, today you can buy the lottery. Alright, here comes the end of the rainforest science back on behalf of all that's here today. And of course my colleagues who helped make this show possible. My name is Ellen, thank you for joining us. We hope you have a great day here at Singapore Zoo. Thank you, take care. Around the amphitheater. This is your chance to have your pictures taken with them. But once again, a very important reminder, please do not try to touch them. For the simple reason they are parrots with a very powerful bite. If you try to touch them, they will not hesitate to let you know how they feel. So once again, for your own safety, please do not try to touch them. Gentlemen, on that note, we're coming quite close to the end of this presentation, and all it asks is just a couple more minutes of your time. We hope that you have enjoyed journeying with these amazing animals. and that you have come to appreciate just how fortunate we are to share this earth with them. But I need you to witness a sad truth. Many of the animals you have seen today are fighting a losing battle in the wild because of us humans. There are other floating plastic pieces of grape flying around in the air, right? You see, hornbills are omnivores, so they consume fruits, insects, and also small animals like rodents, and even smaller species of birds. That's where this comes in particularly handy. Okay, so far you've had the cute and the cuddly side of the rainforest. Now it's time to meet an animal that doesn't have the best of reputations. Oh, sorry. Greater dexterity when it comes to holding items, using the smallest fingers around the you see anything else? You're searching, yeah, using the senses is good. There we go, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for this activity. And all the lesson is that if we can change it all to clean up, we can teach ourselves as well. And please keep your hands to yourself, alright? Right, but did you know toucans are only found in South America, whereas hornbill species are actually native to both Africa as well as Asia. So back here in Singapore, we have our own local species known as the Oriental Pied hornbill, which is found very commonly on our island. Not only they say when you take the marmoset is fully grown, it weighs only 100 grams, making them the smallest primates on Earth. These are also the only animals you will see here today that are currently listed as critically endangered in the wild, having unfortunately lost 3/4 of the natural habitat in Colombia. So if you have any conservation efforts to help them, please lend a hand. Okay? Alright, we're gonna let those boys head back into the free ranging, and now we're gonna travel to a small beautiful island called Madagascar. We can find a species of primate that is known as the simian. It's probably familiar to you because you're from the stars of the movie Madagascar. And if you haven't guessed already, I'm talking about lemurs, more specifically, the ring-tailed lemur. We're going to play on them joining us here today, hopefully soon. Okay. Now, before our lemurs make their way out, let me just go through a few reminders. Firstly, I need all of you to remain seated. So if you're coming into the amphitheater now, I need you to quickly find yourself a seat. And please do not Monday. That's Sumo, and this is Nike. Daisy, we've hidden a little bit of food from them earlier. So right now the task is to use the sense of smell to sniff out from where the food is hidden, and use either the long, slender, narrow snout or the long, sharp claws to help them get to the food inside. Funny buddies are omnivores, so they consume fruits, insects, and small animals like rodents, and even the occasional bird's egg. Now you might notice that Nike is a little peculiar looking. Unfortunately, Nike developed a thyroid condition, causing him to lose all of his fur. And apart from that, he is perfectly healthy, okay? Now we're going to continue to South America, but this time we're going to travel to Colombia to catch up with one of my all-time favorite species of primates. And these two primates are free-ranging around this part of the zoo. If you focus your eyes right up top, they should be joining us very shortly. And what you're looking for is a very small monkey with a big white tongue and fur.